Ladies and gentlemen, before we get into the video, I just wanted to remind you there are only a couple days left in August, and if you still want to be able to get in on the HB Tuners giveaway. However, the pre-order is going to be available through September 7th, and if you order before September 1st, those pre-orders will still count towards this giveaway. So guys, thank you so much for your support. Enjoy the video. Hey look, this is like Christmas here, okay? I'm so happy to have Motion Raceworks on board. Dude, these guys, they're like mini Summit. They are freaking amazing. Whoa! Hey, look at that! Welcome to the Motion family. That's awesome, man. So cool. Dude, we got a lot of stuff here of what we're going to need to be able to put this thing together.
Swag alert.
Oh, man. Oh, hey. Remember, I got you guys a shirt.
Got fat boy sizes.
New model? Red, white, and blue?
Oh, yeah. Dude, I saw that shirt and I was like, oh, they're going to love this. Oh, snap, dude. They got their tuner snacks in there.
Oh, man. Tech snacks.
Tech snacks. Yeah. All right, so everything that we got coming from Motion is what it's going to take in order to make our hot side and our cold side. You snacking on there. Are they grapes? All right, so just the other day we were actually helping out with Garrett's build, doing some final testing on toast. And this is part of the deal right here. This is pretty darn sweet, man. So vacuum, in order to get all of our vacuum and slash boost stuff oriented on the same log right there. That's got a lot of ports, honestly. Okay, so that's for our buttons for our wheel. That's gonna be pretty sweet. Oh, dude, look at that. That's the steering shaft, right? Oh, that's pretty sweet, man. That is more than likely going to need to be extended probably another 8 or 9 inches. That is very nice. Oh yes, we got our adapter. That is pretty snazzy.
Dude, that's nice.
This must be yours.
Nope, that's ours. So guys, I don't know if you know what the parachute deal is. If you go faster than 150 miles an hour, you have to have a parachute on the car. That is what we are aiming for at the least. So we are hoping that this thing is a bit faster than 150 mile an hour in the quarter. It's going to take a little while to get there, but hopefully not too long.
Turn signal here.
Oh, are you serious?
So sick.
That's...
It mounts on the steering column.
Oh
right.
my gosh,
You
dude.
ready for this too?
Oh yeah, let me see that.
So much excitement. Boom.
Oh, I like that, dude. That is really, really good looking. That is awesome, though. Turn signals, man. That's like, I didn't think we were even going to be able to... Oh, that is pretty sweet.
Parachute.
Oh, crap. Now, we got a little rambunctious with this, and where the parachute was supposed to mount is gone. So we're going to have to fab up some sort of bracket, whether it is somewhere right here. Again, we don't exactly know where we're going to put the radiator, but it is going to be somewhere very, very close, within about a foot of right there. But we will have to fashion up something for the parachute mount. So guys, I haven't ever spoke with you about drive pressure, but it is something that absolutely fascinates me, and the fact that we want to be able to make boost but without back pressure. We know what back pressure does on a naturally aspirated motor. It really, for lack of a better expression, constipates it, and if we're making more and more boost, you get up to a certain point that the turbo is just not as efficient and really kind of becomes constipated. What we want to do, I don't know if we're going to be able to do it on this particular build, but it is something that we definitely want to test in the near future, is EMAP. So that is exhaust manifold absolute pressure. And what we've got is we have a setup here from Motion that we can be able to test the drive pressure. Drive pressure and exhaust back pressure is the same thing. So if we are making 15 pounds of boost, kind of golden rules, you don't want to be past that 2 to 1. We don't want to be past 30 psi back pressure on the back housing. Really, I feel that would be, harmful. Once you get up into a certain point where you're not making as much power, or virtually making no power gains with additional boost, that's when your back pressure is too high. If we can alleviate that, we can continue to make power. It would actually alleviate stress on the motor and hopefully be able to continue to gain power instead of having a diminishing return right there. Well, I'm super excited about the parachute. That's a territory that I've never been to right there. My C706 should have trapped 150 mile an hour on spray. I never got a clean pass, and it just never happened. I went 147 on blower alone, and really it should have gone 150 on blower. I just had a few problems, but that's another story for another time. Yeah, we got a drive shaft speed sensor right there. That is a very, very nice piece. So that'll be able to get an accurate speedo reading. Doug was telling me on his Chevelle he had used that exact same setup. All right, guys, so George cut out a relief in the radiator. What we're going to do is we're going to sink the radiator down a little bit right there. We got a plan. We got to tie in the back of the bed there with a bar. We should be able to fit in the radiator fans down there. Go ahead and send it, George. I cut in a hole a little bit earlier there for the methanol tank. That's going to go in right there. We got a return coming out for the tank right there. These are going to be our supplies. Go all the way through because we're going to have to stick that other piece of hose on there. 7, 8, 11, hold it slow up. 15 and a half. 20.4. 21.65. 22.1. Hold it right there, lock her down. Laz got a wild hair and he said, hey man, we should do this if we're going to get some really good fabrication stuff. Swag Off-Road has some really, really cool stuff like that angle finder right there that's digital, and we're being able to get our desired angle, so it's pretty darn awesome. I don't even know how to describe all the stuff what we're doing here, but look at this beast right here.
So that's Swag Off-Road's tubing roller kit for the Harbor Freight tubing roller.
Yeah.
And that's their ears to give you extra leverage, and the power kit to put the Harbor Freight pipe threader on it.
Yeah.
And we gotta put a jack in there and one more weld, and she's ready to go.
So
start bending some of these.
In essence, basically, their claim to fame is the fact that they're giving you a lot of the raw stuff, or very close to a complete deal. You got to kind of mod it or finish some assembly, yeah, and then you have something that is like
me. I've been looking for an excuse to get some of this fabrication stuff. I've been dying for a reason to get it. The S-10 build just kind of pushed it over the edge. Yeah. So I've been looking at their stuff for a long time. Just U.S. made. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So we got a break that we're actually getting ready to do, but we have to kind of finish.
Got to assemble it and everything. Yeah. It's in a box over there, all nice flat plate, laser cut.
Oh, we got the dimple dies and stuff too. Yeah.
This is their reach around. I don't want to mess with it now. It'll put it out of adjustment, but this will go full. I believe it's 120 degrees, and you can slide that back. And then they call this the goat.
The goat,
which will actually allow you to grab the pipe on any bend in the Square D tubing bender.
This is really, really cool. Like, I mean, I don't even have any idea how to use all this stuff yet, but from what I'm seeing, it's like, wow, I didn't think we'd ever be able to do that in this shop here. So really, really cool stuff from Swag Off-Road. It's really given us a lot of ability and opening up some of our, well, abilities, right? I mean, the possibilities are almost endless, though. All right, so I learned last time what we're doing is we're drawing a high and a low, kind of like what you did right there, grinding that puppy down. You can pretty much just copy that template over there then, huh? Let's see what we have here. Remove bed, drill, yes. Stack bars, yes. Put on that. That'll go in. All right, let's see, yes. All right, nearing the point of no return. Bed shall never come off again. That's got to be awkward as hell, dude. Pedal. Sorry.
Blind spot.
All right, so hey, I haven't seen this thing yet. I heard this got in yesterday. We were really slammed with all sorts of other stuff, but that's good. Pretty, it's pretty sweet, man. So RPM We thought we were not going to be able to make our deadline, and heck, we still don't know if we're going to make our deadline, but right now, they came through with flying colors, got this thing done, so I am super stoked they banged this thing out. Guys, the trans that we got was a bit more busted up than we had thought, in a way, so there's just a lot more repair that had to be done. They didn't get to start on the trans until probably a week later because they were pretty backed up, but thank God they got the trans done. All right, so right there, that is the Corvette piece that adapts. Basically, that's kind of the tail shaft that adapts to the trans axle on the Corvette. But what we've done here is this is now going to our LOJ adapter, and that is going into the Trailblazer SS transfer case. This thing is freaking, this is gonna be amazing. So we have, this is our TR6060, and it is freshly built. She's gonna take an absolute freaking pounding. So guys, on the previous episodes, we had our LOJ adapter, and that is what this thing is going to need in order to make this all work. Okay, so we just tried to test fit that on there, and George, what you doing there?
We gotta cut an inch and a quarter off of there.
It's kind of a little nuts right there, but yeah, man, that's what we got to do. That output shaft is a little bit long in order to make all that work, but hey, if that's the only real major thing that we have to do to make that work, I am totally down to do it, and it's really not that big of a deal. All right, so guys, if you notice right behind me, the truck's got some wheels on it. We talked to the guys at Grand Valley Auto Parts, and they hooked us up with a whole bunch of stuff. That was a set of Camaro brakes, C7 cluster, which will eventually be able to work with Max from Exoneering. We'll be able to hopefully get that working through the CAN bus stuff. C6 pedal, and 4 C506 wheels. So guys, a little secret, if you guys are ever looking for some scrubs, these are a road course tire. However, they are very inexpensive, and since we have 4 of them, we should be able to get some really, really good traction. I like the way that these look a lot. Those tires you can get for a little over $100 a piece, and they still got plenty of life on them. That's what I do on my Miata. So everything said and done, I mean, this is a super cheap wheel and tire package, and it is offering some big old meats on there. So we got 305s on all 4 corners. Should be able to really be a handling monster as well as be able to put it down. The other day, the guys made an executive decision. They said, hey, you know what? I think we're gonna be able to put 2 rear calipers on there. So when designed the caliper bracket, we made it so that we could do dual caliper brackets. So if I decide to do something with the e-brake, be able to work quite nicely. If you want to slide her around, that'll work really good. It is quite impressive. Or have any emergency. If you got any emergency stops, that would be something that would work out quite nicely as well. Just hit the handbrake on top of mashing on the pedal. So there's that caliper bracket right there. Pretty much a nice mirror image. Works out quite nicely. For the stance, that thing is low. Now, bear in mind we have nothing up front for weight, so that's gonna come down quite a bit. Guys, we got stalled on our cage. We're kind of stuck at this position right now. We've been using all of our fabrication efforts elsewhere, and we'll show you where that's about in just a little while here. So
it took a little bit longer than I thought.
Yeah. So say that again though about the hardening though.
Oh, you can tell when you got past the hardening in it. It started cutting a little faster.
Gotcha. Dang, man. That was, yeah, definitely seemed like the progress was way slow, and then all of a sudden it sped up.
Now we'll just deeper the edge of it. Grinder it.
Kind of like chamfer it a little bit too. Yep. Sweet. Well, daggum. That looks like a professional machining right there. Hell yeah. That's pretty awesome.
To put together?
That's pretty darn sweet, man.
Look how long it is.
That is big, though. It's pretty impressive.
You want to lay next to it just to gauge size, or give me your sexiest pose?
It's too full pose. It's too full. Should I like scroll into it and like lay down?
Now look up.
I'm going to prop this up because that shouldn't be on the
Cute.
picture. Theoretically, we should put these bolts in these holes and kick that up a little bit higher.
Laz, when you yell, would you say it's like normal talking volume, or
Probably.
can you yell at us?
Jeez, for a big guy, he talks so sweetly.
Are you a good yodeler though? That's the real question. Oh, dude.
That was pretty good.
I'm telling you.
So LJ with that adapter right there absolutely killed it. That thing's got some adjustments so that we can kind of kick the transfer case to a different angle for where we go forward, depending on, well, the angle of what that needs to be. Now guys, we are trying to get this thing done for LS Fest, and a couple things are not looking good at the moment. We are right smack dab on the west coast of Florida, right in the middle of Florida, Clearwater, Tampa Bay area, and there is a Hurricane Durian. It's a Category 4. It looks like it's coming this way. We're going to keep an eye out for it. So we don't know if we are going to be having to evacuate or what. We don't really know exactly when we're going to have to cut this off. We're going to go as far as we can and still try and be safe, but we're trying to make this thing at LS Fest. But please understand, if something happens and we can't bring it, I mean, that's what we want to be able to do, but obviously there's some extenuating circumstances. So guys, stay tuned. We got a bunch of other stuff coming up here. This is going in very, very quickly. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This thing is really winding down. Stick with us. It is going to be awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. God bless you. We'll see you next episode.